I don't want to talk too much because we have such great music, but I do have to say about our first act that I first saw him play over 40 years ago when I was in college. We liked to catch him at the Nameless Coffeehouse. And my friends in college and I would go see him play, and he'd always have just a wonderful assortment of songs, some that he had written, but also gems by other singer-songwriters. He introduced us to Stan Rogers, introduced us to Greg Brown, Paul Brady, to name a few. And we would go back after his set and try to learn some of these songs, and they became our repertoire, except with very simple guitar playing compared to what he does. I also wanted to say that he's been a lifelong peace activist and was recently honored by the Abbey Peace Foundation with their award called Courage of Conscience. And he joins some other noteworthy people who have that award, people that you might have heard of, like Mother Teresa, or Nelson Mandela, or the Dalai Lama. Not bad company to be in. Well, he's put out 5 albums. His work has been both in Central America, where he was born and raised, and also in North America. He's put out 5 full-length CDs in his career. He's working on his 6th. And please welcome back to the Anonymous, Mr. Dean Stevens.
Thank you, Adam. You didn't mention some of the other ones, Adam. There's Yoko Ono, and there's Muhammad Ali, and then there are a whole bunch of just kind of local Boston futzes that won the same award. But anyway, this place is called the Peace Abbey. It's a beautiful thing. It was a retreat center and a peace activism center, and a tribute to vegetarianism and animal care. The Peace Abbey, and its director, Louis Randa, loves to find notable people to give awards to. I don't include myself in that list, but I was just thinking back stage that he should probably just posthumously give the award to Jesus and the Buddha, Muhammad. Anyway, I'm really glad to be with you again. And I'm going to start with a song by my late friend Linda Waterfall. Da 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 da. I was losing all my hope and my desire. I thought I was near the end, and nothing good would ever happen again. I was so afraid, but then I caught a wave of love out of nowhere, love out of nowhere, love out of nowhere, love out reason to exist, but here it is, passing the light along, reflecting the beginning of on and on, from deepest space and dark, expanding from a single spark, love out of nowhere. 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 You beautiful universe. You are opening and closing in your forevers, pulsating through the sky, and quiet in my heart when I close my eyes. Like you, I want to create it. Come on and help me start a wave of it. Love out of nowhere. Here we go now. Love out of nowhere. 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 Love out of nowhere, love out of nowhere, love. I'm going to stay on the astronomy theme and sing you one of my favorite songs. This is, let's say it's about mythology and astronomy and sheer joy. This is written by Susan Werner. Da 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 da. The moon is going to work. He is hitching up his horses, and his favorite team, of course, is big old Jupiter and Mars. Da 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 da. The moon is going to work, and his plow blade is a crescent, and the evening's warm and pleasant, and it's time to plant the stars. He will turn the rich dark earth of night. He will scatter sparkling seeds of light, and they will grow until they glow, and then the cities all will come to claim them. Who could blame them? So make a wish on one of them before they disappear. The moon is going to work. You can hear him if you're listening. There's a little tune he's whistling, and it's time to plant the stars. Da 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 da. Plant the stars. Da He will fill the acres of the skies, working westward as the night goes by. And when he's done and days become, and then the stars soak up the sun like flowers through the daylight hours, and how they sparkle in the night before our very eyes. The moon is going to work, and with diligence and patience, he grows the mighty constellations. And it's time to plant the stars. Da 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 da. Time to plant the stars. Da 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 da. Hitch 'em up, hitch 'em up. The moon is going to work. The moon is going to work. The moon is going to work. Thank you. I'm gonna show off my most recent guitar. It's made out of bamboo, and it costs $300, and I really like it. It's not a huge sound, but it has a really nice neck, and I've been sort of doing what you're supposed to do when you're about to turn 70, which is go through your shit and take stock of what you're gonna do with it. I have like 7 or 8 guitars, and some of them, you know, during years when I was playing a lot, you know, like 30 years ago, before family and mortgage stepped in the way, made me be painting the town with a thinner brush. To quote a certain New Hampshireite named Bill Morrissey. Anyway, I took 3 guitars to a luthier to have done little stuff and maybe think about selling them. And then I told my son, "Don't sell that one. No, not that one. I want that one." Maybe I'll just let him figure it out. Some of them are worth decent money, and I don't play them anymore. I default towards cheap guitars. The song is written by an incredible songwriting hero of mine. I only discovered him in the last 2 or 3 years. His name is Tom Pacheco, and this song is a prayer that he wrote for his sister, and I sing it for him. He's not doing too well. He wrote thousands of wonderful songs, and pretty much unheralded. He lives in Woodstock, New York, and this goes out to you, Tom. Heavenly Father, Spirit of all I can see, watch over my brother the way you have watched over me. Give him protection from any danger he meets. may stumble, let him always land on his feet. He's been unlucky, he's been betrayed. This time please give him a good hand to play, and make every cloud he cannot outrun be just the shadow of a seagull in the sun. And make every cloud he cannot outrun be just the shadow of a seagull in the sun. I have been worried knowing he's out there alone, searching for something inside that is deeper than bone. How can somebody suffer so much for so long before they believe there's no reason at all to go on? Show him his value to his own eyes. Give him the wings that will help him to fly, and make every cloud he cannot outrun be just the shadow of a seagull in the sun. He has taken far too many falls, worked so long and hard just to lose it all. Every crop he planted would not yield. This time let a treasure fill his field. Guide him through valleys, clear a few trees from his path. Spare him the merciless wind and the cold winter's wrath. Lead him to some place of beauty where healing can start, and let the moon rise off the river and into his heart. Let him find purpose, let him find peace. From every prison may he be released, and make every cloud he cannot outrun be just the shadow of a seagull. Let him find mercy, let him find peace. From every prison may he be released, and make every cloud he cannot outrun be just the shadow of a seagull in the sun. Okay, let's see. What capo setting? I've got like this list of songs. It's a list of songs I'm really working hard on. I'm going to do a 70th birthday party concert, and I'm going to have some great players with me. That's in May, so I've got a little time left, but I'm trying to learn these songs. And this one is written by Bob Lucas. He's a wonderful Ohio, good longtime buddy of mine, and he wrote this with his kid, who was like 5 years old at the time. Here we go. Rockin' with the dinosaurs, rockin' like never before. Feel the earth quaking, rolling and shaking, rockin' with the dinosaurs. Oh, how I wish they were alive so I could see them, not in a book or a museum. What would we do? We'd probably lock them up in a zoo. If we did, I would free them. Rockin' with the dinosaurs, rockin' like never before. Feel the earth quaking, rolling and shaking, rockin' with the dinosaurs. Out in the street, rockin' in the evening heat, when they get scared, they hide in the subway. One flip of the tail could send a polar bear airmail. Hope he arrives before Christmas. Rockin' with the dinosaurs, rockin' like never before. Feel the earth quaking, rolling and a shaking, rockin' with the dinosaurs. Some eat plants and some eat meat when they're not eating each other. I hope I don't look like something good to eat. Maybe they'll eat my brother. Rockin' with the dinosaurs, rockin' like never before. Feel the earth quaking, rolling and a shaking, rockin' with the dinosaurs, rockin' with the dinosaurs, rockin' like never before. Feel the earth quaking, rolling and a shaking, rockin' with the dinosaurs. Okay, so I've got to sing songs that pretend like I'm a young dude, and this is the first one. If I have time, I'll do two of them. But this is written by Salvador Cardenal, who's a Nicaraguan songwriter, passed away about 15 years ago. Wrote beautiful songs during the 80s. He was sort of one of the vanguard voices of the Sandinista revolution before it became the Sandinista, pseudo-Sandinista nightmare of today. And he wrote this song that's called Soy Juventud, which means I am youth. I am youth. I am the energy that moves you. I am a landslide, a combination of fire, snow, anger, and wise desire. And if you are fallen, I come to lift you up. I am youth. In my backpack, I have more than books, my dignity, and all the filthy gold in this planet can't buy from me my love for justice and equality. I am youth. I dare you, or I challenge you to walk with a young heart that wants to change the world and to respect the good dreams of a young heart. That's where I lost the translation. So you get the picture, right? I love this guy's songs. I've recorded a bunch of them. Soy juventud, soy la energía que te mueve, soy una luz, combinación de fuego, nieve, navegable, sabes, y si estás caído, yo vengo a levantar tu mundo. Soy juventud, en mi mochila hay más que libros, mi dignidad. Con todo el oro sucio de este mundo loco se puede comprar mi amor a la justicia y la igualdad. Soy juventud, te reto a andar con alma joven que quiere cambiar el mundo y a respetar los sueños buenos de un corazón que no se ha corrompido. Las esperanzas tan sencillas de un corazón que solo quiere honrar la vida. Por querer esta tierra de bosques frondosos con sus pueblos de ensueño y gente consciente de poetas obreros, campesinos, trabajadores, jóvenes dueños del porvenir. Soy juventud, te reto a conocer las calles donde se protesta y se murmura gritos sordos. Los poderosos no componen nada. Ay, las criaturas van pidiendo un peso y a casa llevan solo el peso de la vida. Por querer querer esta tierra de bosques frondosos, con sus pueblos de ensueño y gente consciente de poetas obreros, cantor, campesinos, trabajadores, jóvenes dueños del porvenir. Soy juventud, te reto a conocer tu pueblo, humilde y generoso, y a compartir en la pobreza, hamaca, cielo y luz de tierra plata. Te reto a andar lados volcanes y a defender la patria bella en que nacimos, por querer esta tierra de bosques frondosos, con sus pueblos de ensueño y gente consciente de poetas obreros, cantor, campesinos, trabajadores, jóvenes dueños del porvenir. Soy juventud, soy juventud, soy juventud, soy juventud, soy juventud, soy juventud. Soy juventud, soy la energía que te mueve, soy una luz, combinación de fuego, nieve, ravega, sabes, y si estás caído, yo vengo a levantar el mundo. Soy juventud, en mi mochila hay más que libros, mi dignidad, y ni con todo el oro sucio de este mundo loco se puede comprar mi amor a la justicia y la igualdad. Soy juventud. Here's one written by a songwriter named Hugh Prestwood. I had never heard of him, and I was under the impression for many years that it was written by a guy named Michael Johnson. You remember that name? He had a song, a hit that was called Bluer Than Blue. I opened for him in the Charlotte's Web in Rockford, Illinois in 1983, and I heard him sing this song, and I remember being amazed by it, but not being able to learn it because, you know, like back then everything wasn't like on YouTube and you could just find it immediately. So 40 years went by, and then I heard Eliza Gilkison sing this, and I've learned it for you. It's called Bristlecone Pine. Way up on the mountain by the high timberline, there's a twisted old tree called a bristlecone pine. The wind there is bitter, it cuts like a knife, and that keeps that tree hanging on for dear life. And hold on it does, standing its ground, standing as empires rise and fall down. When Jesus was gathering lambs to his fold, that tree was already 1,000 years old. Now the way that I've lived, it ain't easy to tell when I die if I'm going to heaven or hell. So when they lay me to rest, it would suit me just fine to sleep at the feet of a bristlecone pine. And as I slowly return to the earth, what little this body of mine might be worth would soon start to nourish the roots of that tree. And it would partake of the essence of me. And who knows but that as the centuries turn, a small spark of me might continue to burn as long as the sun continued to shine. Down on the limbs of the bristlecone pine. Now the way that I've lived, it ain't easy to tell when I die if I'm going to heaven or hell. So when they lay me to rest, it would suit me just fine to sleep at the feet of a bristlecone pine. To sleep at the feet of a bristlecone pine. Thank you. And while I figure out what song I'm going to end with, I should probably be a good boy and have a set list before I come up to do stuff. Just have never worked that way. I'll tell you that I'm the king of merch. You'll see, I have this passion for the country of El Salvador. I travel there frequently and take people to visit these villages that I'm in love with. And that's been going on for 33 years. And from that has come this project of importing coffee from one of the villages, and this other project of importing beautifully handmade things from a women's sewing co-op in another village. The first one's called Isotalillo, the second one, that's the coffee one, the second one's called Teocinte, that's the crafts. There's also embroidery that comes from Hilda Caballero. I go to thrift stores and find solid colored shirts and jean jackets and bring them to her in a suitcase, and she gives me a suitcase full of embroidered shirts, and I keep the best ones for myself and give a few away, and the rest are for sale everywhere I go. So that's. I'll also tell you that I've got this record has been out of print for like 5 years, and I just got it in the mail. It's called Eyes of Wonder. And it has some songs that I still really like, and that inspires me to do this song that's not on this record. but this record has another song written by the same author. He is the late Bob Blue. Bob Blue was a second grade school teacher, first in Wellesley, and then he retired in Amherst, and he still was a volunteer. Even though he was in a wheelchair, had MS, and he went every day to classrooms and wrote extensively both songs and just treatises on education. He's a magnificent guy. He wrote songs, had this uncanny way to write songs that were for kids, but that could deal with grown-up topics, like inequality, like the Holocaust, if you can imagine. Anyway, this is one of them that I'm hopefully going to record soon. I wish I had a golden retriever to sleep in my bedroom, to lick at my face. My parents say someday we might get one, but first we need money to buy our own place. They say our house belongs to my landlord. He owns his own house and he also owns ours. We pay him rent and he takes vacations and owns a jacuzzi and 2 fancy cars. landlord says we can't have a garden, we can't have a swing set, we can't have a pet. But when he wants, he flies to Bermuda, whatever he dreams of, my landlord can get. And yesterday was the 4th of the month. We were late with the rent, so we dropped off the check. We rang the doorbell, but he was out back, fast asleep on a hammock attached to his deck. And on the chair, a golden retriever looked up when he saw us and started to whine. My landlord woke up, and as they were talking, I watched that retriever and wished he were mine. And in the car, my parents were talking. My mother was anxious, my dad was depressed. They said, the rich get richer and richer, the rest get to work while the rich get to rest. We parked, we stopped, we parked, we ate at McDonald's. My mom had a salad, my dad had a Coke. We sat, we sighed, there wasn't much talking, and nobody laughed when I told them a joke. My parents say they both want a garden. I think they deserve one. They really work hard, and I deserve a golden retriever. We should have a house and we should have a yard. When I grow up, I live in a lean-to, I live in an igloo, I live in a tent, but I won't pay my money to landlords who own the retriever while I pay the rent. Thank you very much.